Hello, guys, and welcome back to Livebox, the bite-sized entertainment show on Live at the Quays. So I'm Alex Charles, obviously, and after her show off, we're finally joined by Anna. How are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. So today we're
That's
gonna
good.
have a very exciting show. We're gonna talk about Banksy's new artwork in the underground
Mhm.
and the death of a former Glee star called Naya. So should we get straight into the show?
Yeah, let's.
Cool. So, for those who don't know, Banksy is a urban artist known for his, I guess you would call it, artwork that no one actually knows what he looks like because he does it
Abstract.
anonymously. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the word what he does like scratch that. It's not abstract. I think it's a complete wrong word
I think
there.
it's more like
Um,
graffiti art, like that sort of style.
it's
Um,
like graffiti that people can interpret to.
yeah,
Um, so there was the girl. I think it was him who did the girl holding the balloon, and you could interpret that in whatever way you wanted.
yeah. I'm so what he done, so Banksy, he released an Instagram post, and on this he dressed as a cleaner going into a London Underground station. So he had like the full suit on and everything,
Yeah.
and he went into the tube, like into the carriage, went to the back of the carriage, got out a stencil, started spray painting rats all over the carriage, and then he used what looked to be like a cleaning spray, but it was blue and that had blue spray paint in it. And
Yeah.
he sprayed that like next to all the rats and like tagged the whole carriage. Um, and it was basically he named it what was it? I think it was called "If You Don't Mask, You Don't Get" because all the rats had coronavirus masks on them, or like they were
Yeah, they did.
parachuting with coronavirus masks. Um, so I think I think it just shows how impactful artwork can be and the message behind it.
It
Um,
really does.
because it was like it was on the circle line as well. And it's like the circle line isn't exactly a quiet line because it can get very very busy. Um, so
Yeah.
and yeah, but then also it the artwork itself was taken down because of TFL's obviously strict anti-graffiti rules. So it was taken
Mm.
down. I want to say within the next few days, actually. Um, but I think my question to you is, what do you think the main message behind, obviously, the artwork was?
It's telling people that if they don't start getting their act together, social distancing, wearing masks, not meeting up in large groups, and that's what the future is going to be.
Yeah,
And I think the rats are symbolic of it, particularly in train stations, like especially on the tube. Because I know when I've been to London, like the tube is
the tube's
chocker. You
packed, man.
can't. It is padded. It is
Yeah,
literally a tube for that reason. So it's hard to social distance. That's understandable, but I think he's used the rats to be like symbolic of that.
yeah. I think I think the main thing for me when I saw this was um, the symbolism of the mask and how powerful it is. And I think what he tried to achieve was, like you said, to show that if people don't get their act together and start wearing masks,
Yeah,
we're gonna end up like this and potentially live in a
exactly.
society where it's now just all gone to rubbish. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's this TikTok Love Island thing going on that happened.
Oh yeah, now I've heard about that.
And so bear in mind, this whole thing happened during lockdown, right? So this whole thing started, must have been end of March, right? So all these different people from all parts of the UK on like a virtual Love Island, they the majority of them met up yet today and yesterday.
Mm.
So you're getting people, they're like 16 to 19-year-olds
Yeah, they
from
are quite
different
young.
parts of the UK. None of them wore a mask, but
I know,
they're all
ridiculous.
sharing the
I thought if they're going to meet up, at
same
least
car.
social distance and wear masks. If you're going to
There was no social distancing there, and the thing is that
go,
one girl said on her TikTok or whatever it was that she didn't go because her mum didn't want her to mix in a big group, and she respected
Exactly. I
that.
don't blame her, because if it was a group of like 2 of them, it might be different. They could easily social distance.
It was, it was a
with that
full-on
many
party.
people,
That's the thing.
yeah,
It was
with
a
that
full-on
many people,
party.
you're not gonna. It was a party. You're not gonna be able to do that.
It's just like, just wait it out, man. Just wait it out, because it's like, I think the thing for me is that if you have a party, at least you can handle the numbers. But it's when you get people who are from complete different ends of the UK and they just
Yeah.
completely abuse all the rules. That's when I just lose respect. I can't, because there's no reason as to why you can't wear a mask. And the thing is, like, the thing that shocks me.
Oh, there's no excuse. People have been posting, oh, I struggle to breathe when you have a mask on, or I can't hear people.
It's just excuses.
It's trivial things
If
like
I
that.
can
Like, would you rather not be able to hear what someone's saying, or potentially get the virus?
This
And
is
harm your
what I don't
family?
understand. People say, "Oh, it doesn't suit them" and stuff like that. If I wear a mask and I have glasses, how do you think I feel
Yeah, I
when
know. When I was getting,
you can't wear a mask because it doesn't suit you? If I can wear a mask and glasses, you definitely can.
yeah, when I had to get the train the other day, I wear my glasses when I get the train so I can read all the boards and like read what's stopped. And I had a mask on and I was fine. I had no problems with it.
The whole mask thing is stupid, and it's like when one of the girls that were at the meetup, she posted on her Instagram story that they were in, I think it's some Nottingham shopping centre, and none of them wore masks. They were just walking around, and I was like, oh, in a shopping centre with people you just met in real life, and none of you are wearing masks. I
was shocked.
Wow. Like, it's not even Nottingham. The one in Nottingham's not even like small. It's very big. So it's like people just don't take this seriously, and it's gonna come around to bite everyone, because it's like, this is the thing, right? Everyone thinks, oh, it will be gone by September. If everyone keeps carrying on like this,
if people aren't like, if people are breaking social distancing, assuming it's over, it's not.
I can't see it being gone by September, because because I think the thing that people are now misunderstanding is that the longer people stop wearing masks, the more things are going to get shut down. Look, what happened literally a few days ago? Deaf Institute in Manchester got shut down.
Yeah.
So it's like, stuff's going to start shutting down, and that's when people will slowly start to realize, oh, maybe we should actually fix up, and maybe we should actually start wearing masks, and that's when it's too late. Because Boris was like, oh, as of Monday, it's mandatory to wear a mask. He should have made that a rule ages ago.
Yeah, I remember. I think there was a Twitter meme going around. I think you might have sent it to me actually. We're suggesting masks mandatory 3 months into the pandemic is like bringing condoms to the baby shower.
It's stupid. It's actually stupid. Like,
I know, it should have.
We've more or less gone past our peak. We've more or less gone past our peak of coronavirus, but now it's mandatory to wear a mask. It makes no sense.
When all the shops open, or even for when just food places like Tesco's are open, you should have been required to wear a mask in there to stop it spreading.
I think it should have been mandatory to wear a mask the minute he put the whole of lockdown. It shouldn't have even been a question, because it's the sheer fact that he put England on lockdown, cool. Then he eased us out of it. Then he opened the pubs, but he opened the pubs before he opened the gyms, and then he's now trying to open back the schools. Where is the logic? It doesn't make sense.
No logic in it.
All the stuff that he's opened aren't essential stuff. You don't need.
No.
I get the pubs fuel our economy.
The pubs got open before the gyms. That's what I found.
I get the pubs fuel our economy, but there comes to a point where you need to understand the safety of people and how it works. And we don't need shops like Primark to stay open. Like,
no, if you want to shop for clothing, you can easily shop online.
It's like there's
websites do that. People have been doing that since the start of lockdown, and no one's had a problem with it.
It's just crazy, because it's like, when eventually when we go back to university, all the stuff is going to change, I don't even know how my course is going to run.
Neither. We both do majority practical courses, so I don't know what we're going to do. So if we can't, we have to go in.
We're coming towards the mid of July, and we've not really heard anything about our course. We just know we start late September, but we don't know how it's going to run or whatever. And I think it just falls back on all the people that were partying during the few weeks where Corona was not a big thing in the UK, but it was still here, and they weren't taking it seriously.
Well, before we went into lockdown,
it's all those people that were still going clubbing, and all those people that were still sort of living that crazy lifestyle. It falls. You can't point all the fingers at them, but they are part of the problem.
Because they are.
I just don't understand how you can go to a club or you can go to a big packed out house party during something like this. I don't actually get it. It's crazy. But
no, it's so ridiculous.
Moving swiftly on in today's show, we're going to talk about a very sort of a sad topic. But we're going to try and not keep it too sad, but it is still sad. So an ex-Glee star that goes by the name, if I pronounce it wrong, I'm really sorry. Naya Rivera.
Naya, I think
that's how you pronounce it.
That's the pronunciation.
So for those who don't know, she was an ex-Glee star in the original Glee. So how would you actually describe Glee? Because when I describe Glee to someone, I say think of High School Musical as a big series, but more.
To be honest, I was never a big watcher of Glee back in the day, but I've got the gist of it. It is quite similar to High School Musical, actually. It's a bunch of students form. They have a Glee club. That's what it's called. They sing a lot.
Yeah.
And then they have their own issue, like
their own sort of
storyline. The characters got their own issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Naya was 33. She's best known for playing the cheerleader Santana Lopez in Glee. And so last Wednesday, she went on a boat trip with her son in California. And that's when she initially went missing. She was first reported missing that Wednesday after she rented a boat with her 4-year-old son, Josie, at Lake Piru, which is sort of northwest of Los Angeles. So what happened was she had gone to swim and left her son in the boat. And obviously she went missing. Someone found her son, and then her son explained the situation. The boy told the police that she put him back in the boat before disappearing and going off to swim. And then obviously on Monday, the county sheriff revealed that they had found the body and it was hers and she was dead. But she said that the sheriff said that the difficulties with the current probably meant that the death wasn't on purpose and it was probably an accident. So he said the death was probably caused by drowning, and it was probably due to the currents. So it wasn't an intentional thing. I just, when I saw the whole thing, I think this probably was one of the hardest things to read, simply because even though you don't know this person that well, it's due to the age and the way she was portrayed online, which was very relatable to our age group, and also the fact that she has a 4-year-old son who was with her. And
she's a mother. That's a mother figure who's lost it. She's
crazy. And it was like there was a picture that was released where the whole Glee cast stood by the lake.
They joined hands.
And it just shows
really
you how powerful that really was.
I was moved by the fact that they did that.
Because I think when I saw it, it was just it was a lot to take in, because you have to sort of remember you don't know this person personally, but then you also have to consider that this person may have impacted you in some kind of way. I know personally, without Glee, I wouldn't have watched High School Musical, and High School Musical has definitely been something that I have loved a lot. So it's
our generation, when people our age were children, that High School Musical and Glee was like one of the shows that many people grew up with. So she's gonna be hit hard by it.
It's crazy, and I think I just don't know like how it will hit each different cast member and family member differently. And I just pray that her son will be okay, because I know it's going to take a long time for her son to come to terms with what's happened. But yeah, it's a really sort of tragic event the way it all happened. But what I want to ask you is, how do you think that they will sort of remember her, especially with Glee as well?
Yeah.
How do you sort of think Glee and the whole Glee cast will remember her?
I think what they've done, what they did by joining hands is, I respected that, what they did so much with that. Yeah, I think when people say, if you go back and watch Glee, watch it as a series, you're gonna see she's in, you're gonna remember it, and it'll be hard, but
I think
people will remember. People are gonna remember. Like, she is gonna leave a mark.
I think
what she did, she did that. She saved her son. So what people know that. So she will have. She'll be remembered as a heroic figure.
Definitely.
Yeah, she'll definitely be remembered as a hero.
The way the photo was taken and the fact that they took that photo, it shows a good sign of compassion towards her, and I think it's a good sort of way for people to remember her, and then also look back on all the episodes she was in and stuff like that. I think what would be nice is if they maybe made like a special episode which is just her, of like all her best moments from Glee and stuff like that.
Yeah, a compilation of her, the best scene she was in from Glee, in memorial of her. That would be lovely.
Yeah, that would be really good. Or like maybe, that I think a compilation would be a good thing to sort of say, we respect like everything you've done and stuff like that, because that everyone can see that and that will be there forever. So it's like that would be something amazing. It's just crazy like how this year's gone so fast. Like we've lost so many people.
It's already July. It's closer to August. It's just,
it's crazy.
I remember the year it started in March, and I can't believe it.
It's crazy. The year
2020 has been a roller coaster.
I think the best sort of thing, and I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, it will bring a lot of people together, is if High School Musical and Glee do some sort of collaboration.
Yeah, a crossover. I'm surprised that hasn't already happened, because there's been shows like there's been like Disney Channel shows like I think iCarly and Victorious had a crossover that went well. I'm surprised something like that hasn't been done with High School Musical and Glee.
I think it should
happen. Lots of viewers, people would love that.
I think it should happen because everyone wants it to happen, but it would just be tricky. But I think all the cast should come together and do something to sort of show their respect and show a new way we can remember her and people can know her for her.
Definitely.
That would be nice. But do you have any other questions about any of the topics or anything else to say?
I was thinking the whole this is regarding both of these topics. I think 2020 has been the most for me anyway. It's been like the most eye-opening year for me yet, because everything that's happened, everything in the media, it's like reality's hit.
100. I agree 100%.
It's made me not. I know it's going to make me not take anything for granted anymore. It's going to make me a lot less naive.
I think 2020 for me has sort of opened me up to the realization of how powerful time is, and understanding that
time's precious.
And understanding that the more you sort of slack off and the more you sort of take time for granted, yes, you may enjoy your life more in that moment, but that comes at a cost at a later date when
it's
you should have done something and you didn't do it, and then
you only regret what you didn't do.
Exactly. It's like I've sort of come to the realization that I'd much rather spend time working and do what I want to do now to enjoy what I could have done now later. And it's a shit.
No,
I think
bet
the thing
you,
that sort of made me realise that is seeing all these people die doing what they love has sort of made me realise that if you don't get your act together, this, like, you don't know when your time is up. Because
No, you don't know when today's going to be your last day.
Because Gigi could have been the next Kobe Bryant, easily,
Okay.
hands down. She could have been the next female Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
And it was
definitely.
like Kobe was taken.
She had the opportunity taken from her.
Yeah, Kobe's death was horrible, and it's like I pray that they make him either the next logo of NBA or they give him a statue.
Definitely, I hope
They
so.
can't not do it because that would just be so cruel. But yeah, if anything, this year's taught me that time is a powerful thing, and like you cannot take life for granted, which is what I think a lot of people do. And I think the whole lockdown thing has sort of shown me that a lot of people take life and people and time for granted in the way they choose to go about certain situations, which is crazy because it's like you can't tell someone, oh, you should do this, you should do that, because at the end of the day, it's their path they want to take. But you just have to do you, and you have to sort of focus on yourself at the end of the day. But yeah, it's crazy. I think if I would say one thing, I would say you can, as much as you want to live your best life now, you can only live so much in that moment, because there comes a time when you're not going to have the energy to do that anymore. And what I would say is, the way I view it is, if you expert little pieces of energy, it will last much longer, because you're not using up your whole battery at once. You're chopping it and making it last. But yeah, 2020 has been a crazy year, man. It's been very crazy. But to wrap up the show of Livebox episode number 5, we've spoken today about Naya Rivera and Banksy's new art. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we will come back to you with episode 6. So stay tuned for that. But I've been Alex Charles. I've been joined by the lovely Anna. We've been watching Livebox on Live at the Quays. Make sure to subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you like it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you. Bye.